Can't start a video without my fresh Dunky Donny. This video is sponsored by Wonky Donny. On this channel, I basically cover a ton of wacky Marvel or DC stories, or sometimes I'll do kind of sad stories like The Thing aging up to 6,000 years and then dying, and then Mr. Fantastic learns that he has to spend as much time as he can with his family before he goes himself. And so today I wanted to talk about a story where Superman visits a hospital and gives a bunch of sick kids the best day of their lives. As we start the story, we overlook Metropolis, with several kids looking out a hospital window at Superman taking down some lackluster villains called the Demolition Team. Now, Superman, being one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe, takes these really low-level thugs out with like no effort. But around the corner, he hears from the hospital that the kids are ecstatic that Superman won. So Superman flies up to their window holding one of the villains, telling them good morning. After defeating the villains and saying hi to the kids through the glass window, Superman would pay a visit inside the hospital and make an offer to the parents of the children. One of the children hiding around the corner would listen to Superman talking to the parents and hear him say that he wants to give the children an amazing day. Absolutely stunned by what Superman just said, he would immediately rush back to his room with all of his other friends. Bursting into the room, Latif, the boy on the wheelchair that overheard Superman talking to his parents, would tell all the kids of what he just heard. Some of the kids at first don't believe Latif because he just thinks he's kidding around with the kids, but Latif is adamant on the fact that Superman is here and he's going to give them an amazing day, as Superman interrupts Latif and tells them that he brought friends. As Superman opens the hospital window, letting the children board Green Lantern's rocket ship construct. Absolutely stunned that they're riding inside of a rocket created by Green Lantern, they start to ask Superman so many questions that they overwhelm Superman. But in the middle of asking questions, Green Lantern walks out from his seat and tells all the kids that they just left Earth's orbit, so now it's time to float. And the kids start screaming in excitement. They all begin to unbuckle from their seats and float in zero gravity, having the absolute best time of their lives. But while all the kids are having fun floating in zero gravity, Latif is a little bit scared, because Latif can't control his legs and he's worried that if he floats in zero gravity, he might hurt somebody by accident. But Superman tells him that he'll be right by his side and help him out if he needs it. After having the absolute best time of their lives, they would all end up having to go back in their seats and buckle their seatbelts. And while Superman would be strapping Latif back into his seat, Latif says to Superman that he wishes that his best friend could have been here to experience this, but she died last week. But Superman says to Latif that she lives through his heart and his eyes. So if anything, she's experiencing it with all of them today too. After a little bit more space travel inside the rocket ship, Green Lantern finally gets to the Justice League satellite. Arriving to the Justice League headquarters, they would be astonished at the sight of all of their heroes, and some of them would be a little bit more happy to see Batman than all the others combined. Up inside the Justice League headquarters, each and every one of the kids gets to spend quality time with their favorite superheroes for hours on end. Superman even sets up a scavenger hunt for the kids to find several different items that are close to the superheroes. On top of this, for the scavenger hunt, the kids also need to take a picture of Batman smiling, which is the hardest to get of all. So Superman hands each of the kids their own smartphones to take pictures of Batman smiling, and tells the kids whoever gets the most items gets to go on another special trip. So the race is off. One kid finds Flash's symbol, another finds Batman's space helmet, another finds Cyborg's arm, and another finds Green Lantern's power battery. Another kid finds Wonder Woman's lasso, another finds the trident of Aquaman, another finds a batarang, and Latif finds Superman's cape as a curtain. But the one thing no kid can get is Batman to smile, as the kids attempt to make Batman smile several times, telling him jokes or even trying to tickle him, but Batman remains stern. So later, after all the kids reunite after finding each and every one of the items, they all recall that they can't get a picture of Bats to smile. But Latif thinks otherwise. Latif approaches Batman and whispers into his ear something funny, and Batman cracks a smile. And with that, all the kids take pictures of Batman smiling, finally. After taking the pictures, everyone begins to celebrate Latif's success of making Batman smile, and Wonder Woman even asks what Latif said to make Batman smile. And Latif just says, "I told him a joke." All the heroes look at Batman, and Batman just says, "What? It was funny." After having the greatest day of their lives, the day would eventually come to an end, and all the kids would put on spacesuits and go on the moon with Superman. Superman asks if each of the kids are done with their individual rocks. All of them are finished, so Superman tells the kids to lay them all down on the moon. And looking at all the rocks, they all had the names of each of the kids that went on the trip. Latif then asks Superman if their names are going to be on the moon forever, and Superman says that they'll be here forever and ever, Latif. And before the trip would finally come to an end, one of the kids would ask Superman if they could just stay on the moon a little bit longer. To which Superman would say, absolutely, kiddo. Superman and the kids would then share a couple more brief moments just looking at the beautiful sight of Earth and the quietness of space, ending their absolutely amazing and beautiful day by saying goodnight to the moon. Hope you guys like this short and sweet little story about Superman just granting these kids a wonderful day. It's one of my favorite Superman stories ever created, and it just kind of goes to show that Superman isn't just a guy that punches people all the time. He's also a sweet and kind soul that likes to see kids happy, and it's why Superman is one of my favorite superheroes ever. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.